at the end of this video, you'll be making this. For this video, we will need two softwares, After Effects and Blender. So without further ado, let's check this out. So guys, the first thing, I'm pretty sure you know what we need to do here. We just need to go to this plus icon, click here and select VFX, and then go to motion tracking, right? After you click here in this option in open, you will find the footage I am gonna leave available down in the description. So just select this here, and then as you can see, we have our footage here. What we need to do to really get started, we just need to go here in clip, click in set scene frames, and after that we just need to click in prefetch. So now Blender is just reading the information we have given to it. So basically that's it. So here in marker, we just need to go to detect features and click here in this option. As you can see, Blender gives to us a few track points, so now we can work with it. The next thing we need to do here, we need to go to match keyframe and then select previous frame, and after that we just need to click in normalize. All right, so now it's time to track the whole footage we gave to Blender. So you just need to go to track and then select this option here, track markers, and then you just need to wait a little bit. Alright guys, so we already tracked our scene. One thing that you can do if you want, in this case we don't need to do it, you can go to the very end of your footage and then click here in track markers. You will be tracking backwards, so that's pretty cool as well. In this case guys, we don't need to do it. What we need to do here, we need to go to solve and then just delete a few of these markers we don't want to work with. You can go to your timeline and then just check if you see a few of these trackers not working properly. So in this case, I'm gonna just write here my keyframe B value as 120 is pretty cool, and I'm gonna refine all of these options here, and then at the very beginning here I'm gonna select all of these graphics here, and I'm gonna delete all of them just because they are not giving me one accurate information. So I'm gonna delete a few of them, and here I can click in solve camera motion. So as you can see, Blender already calculated it and deleted a few of these trackers we don't want to work with, and the solve error we have here is 0.11. so it's pretty cool. If you want to clean them up a little bit more, you can do it just by going to clean up and then click here in clean tracks. You see that this option pops up in your screen, so you can just go to reprojection error, and then after you selected a few of them, you get a good result. You can go to solve camera motion again and see if Blender gives you a different information. So as you can see, we have the same information here, so there is no problem. If you want to delete them by your own, just by hand, you can just select them and press shift and hold and select all of the keyframes you don't want to work with. So you can just select them all and then press X and then delete track. All right, in this case, this is pretty cool. What we need to do here, we just need to click here in set as background and then set up tracking scene. So Blender just understands that we want to bring this footage into our CGI composition. So this is pretty cool. And now what we need to do, we can go to layout and then tab O here and see how it is working, right? So one thing we can do here to really make this information, this mesh informations more accurate, we can delete this plane, delete this cube as well, and here you can select 3 of them. So I'm gonna select this one as well, and then in orientation here I can click in wall. All right, so information here just changed a little bit. So if I just press Command Z and just go back a little bit, as you can see, our footage at the very beginning was exactly like that here. So If I just click here in wall and then click here again in setup tracking scene, Blender just gives another information to us using two different meshes. In this case, Blender is using the cube and the plane, all right? So if I get back to layout view and then press O, I can just check if this is working properly. And it is, I like the result. So what we need to do next, guys, we just need to select this cube here, and then I'm gonna select this plane and then rotate along the x-axis 90 here. Then I'm gonna just press G and then just move this mesh a little bit backward, just moving along the y-axis. So now I can just rotate this a little bit until I get a good result. So I'm gonna just move this here. Guys, basically we created some rectangle here, and the next step we gotta do is creating our room, all right? So we wanna place our blend file into one room. So what we can do here, we can go to edit mode, and then I'm gonna select this face here, press E to extrude it, and then I'm gonna press S to scale this a little bit, just like so. And I'm gonna just select this face here, press X, and then delete faces, right? So I'm gonna select this face here and I'm gonna extrude this in just like so. If I press Option Z, I can see what's going on through my Rail X tool. So this is pretty cool. We can see what is going on. And after we extrude something here, I am going to the rendered view and I'm gonna apply a new material, right? So I'm gonna click here in material and then add a new material. I'm gonna just change the color a little bit, something like brownish, just like so. If I get back here and extrude this in a little bit, yeah, it's pretty cool. And now what we need to do here, just to, this gotta make sense to everybody. So I'm gonna select all of these faces here inside this cube, and then I'm gonna create another material, clicking in this plus icon, and I'm gonna click here new, and then I am going to write here base color. I can write here, or better, room base color. Yeah, it's better. And I'm gonna click here in assign. So as you can see here, our room is white right now, so it's pretty cool. Is everything we are looking for. And I'm gonna select all of these faces here, and I am gonna select in surface. I just need to find holdout, right? So every single part of my mesh which was selected, it will be transformed into one holdout material, so they are going to be transparent, all right? All right, guys, I just saw a few bugs here. If you notice this in your footage as well, you can go to this option here, go to data, object data properties, go to background image, and then you find this option here, render unstorted. Just be careful, because sometimes you can just select this and without noticing, right? So all right, just let me get back here. All right, guys, so I already imported the mesh I want to work with. In this case, I just need to press Command V, and I'm gonna, of course, leave this 3D object available for you down in the description. So here I need to do the same process. I'm gonna just, change my views a little bit, just, put this mesh in the right place here, in the right proportion. So if I just go to the front view, the top view, for example, yeah, actually, always, guys, I like to move my mesh along the y-axis just to, do not make anything wrong, any strange proportions. So yeah, here I just need to rotate my mesh a little bit. You can just, press R and then select one axis you want to work with. So in this case, I am going to rotate this a little bit, and then here I am going to rotate just like so. I am going to delete all of these keyframes, press X, delete keyframes, and then here I'm going to select all of this option, just click with my left button, and then as you can see, we already have something going on here. Just let me, yeah, get back. Yeah, this is pretty cool. It's moving properly. Let me see. Yes, that's it. The next step, guys, if you want to spend your time, because it's precious, just setting the color, it's going to be really, really cool at the end. you notice it. In this case, I'm gonna just, change the color of my room. And I want something brownish as well. Nothing too metallic. Let me see in the rendered view how we are getting on. Pretty cool. Let me see. This gotta be a little bit. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. The color is just combining to the footage color. So this is interesting, right? So the next step, guys, what we need to do here, if you really want, you can select all of these edges here, and then you can press S to scale them down a little bit, just like so, because here we can create a few loop cuts. And you understand me right now. If I just move this loop cut here a little bit, and this one, I'm gonna select this, pressing Shift and Option, and I'm gonna double click in J, and then I can just, move this vertex here. Yeah, just like so. Just like so. It's pretty cool. And here, guys, what can I do? Basically, I can just select all of these faces, press X, and click here in just show faces, right? So if I go to my vertex selection mode, I can click in X again and then click in delete faces. I'm gonna select all of these 3 ads you're seeing here, and I'm gonna press F. All right, so basically we will be creating this illusion. So I'm gonna select this edge here and move along the axis, right, to make it more realistic. So as you can see, we just created some volume here, right? This room now has some roof, and this is pretty cool. So here, guys, we are almost done. What you need to do, just visualize this properly. You can go to render engine and then change the option to cycle. So in cycles, we can see the transparent material working very, very well. So this is really good. Even here, we can have some shadows, and this is really nice. One thing here I can change a little bit just to make it smoother. I can select all of this to vertices here, and I press Command B to just create some bevel and make it smoother, right? So if I just go back to solid or rendered view as well, I'm gonna just go to material preview, and then I'm gonna select all of these faces here. So, and then I'm going to material here. I'm gonna select the first option, and then I'm gonna click assign. So now I just transformed these faces into a holdout material as well. All right, guys, at the end, you should have something like this. So if I just, press Z here and then go to the rendered view, I can see how my lights are interacting with my CGI composition. So if I want to play around with it, I can go to world, and in this case I can just change the color to, for example, sky texture, and then here in color I can just change this a little bit, and just guys, have fun. And as much as you have fun, you will study it more, and realize that you can test a lot of possibilities, like exactly what I did right now. I was just talking to you, and then all of a sudden I just got this value here around actually it is 0.2, but I can just play around to here. This is pretty cool. I like this result because it's just similar to my footage. I need to be careful with that, because if I am just working with different temperatures using my CGI composition, talking about the mesh we are creating together, like this kind of bottle, this small bottle here, this room. So we just need to combine them. In this case, I'm gonna just go to Word, and here I'm gonna just decrease this value a little bit, and I'm gonna 0.160. Yeah, 160, it's pretty good. Later on, if you want to have fun using After Effects, you can just work with color grading, and this is your project. Like, really have fun. The next step we are going to do here, we are going to create our cloth simulation. So to do that, we just need to go to solid, press Shift A, go to mesh, and add a plane. Just scale this up a little bit and just move this on the top of your building, I could say, because we want to simulate something getting down from the sky. So yeah, basically I'm gonna just, you know, double click R here. And as you can see, we have some good proportion here, right? So if I just press G and just move this down, I can see that this is just passing through my mesh. So it's working properly, I could say. And then here I'm gonna go to edit mode, pressing tab, and then I'm gonna click with the right button and then click in subdivide. In number of cuts, I'm gonna put 10. I think 10 is pretty cool. And then I'm gonna just get back here and subdivide another time, and this time I'm gonna write here 2 as our number of cuts. I'm gonna select all of it, pressing A, and then I can go here and in add modifier, or you can go to physics properties and then select cloth, right? So in this case it's already working, but we didn't create our building. We need to create one building as our collision mesh. So what we are going to do here, we are going to, you know, at the very beginning of our animation, and then press Shift A and add a cube, right? So our job now is to go to the side view and then adjust as much as you want until we get a good result, because this needs to stay here, the building position, right? So I am going to create something like this, and I'm gonna just press scale this up along this normal, press tab. So guys, basically in editor mode, I'm gonna just adjust this, go to rail X, and then I am going to, you know, just put this in the right place, just trying to copy the building format, I could say, right? One thing guys, I'm gonna just, you know, explain to you here is that if you create a lot of details here, it can work, and it's going to be really good at the very end. In this case, we won't care so much about it, so we are going to create some simple mesh, and then I'm gonna just, you know, speed this up a little bit, and you see at the very end how it will looks. Alright guys, at the end you should have created something like this, and again, if you create one subdivision with enough faces, you can get a much better result, because Blender will understand that you gave to it more information. So basically guys, as you can see, we have some number of cuts here. I think this will work properly. So if I select all of these cubes here, and then I press Command J, I can just turn them into one mesh. So I am going to click here in collision, just go here in physics property and select collision. So now if I just hit space, let's see. All right guys, in this part here, I just need to adjust this until it gets a really good result. So I mean, if you are just studying any specific topic, you can, you know, just put more energy in this specific topic. All right, so for example, stuff like this, as an example, we have to, like, as a VFX artist, you just need to be aware of, all right? In this case here, as you can see, I'm not creating one holdout material to kind of mask this air conditioner over here. As you can see, just let me get the pen again. So can you see this air conditioner? So basically my toil is just getting down from the sky, and then basically it's just, you know, wrapping all of the building, and this needs to be masked as well. So if I just play this here, so as you can see, there's only one part here that we need to mask, all right? So this part here. So what can I do to create this kind of holdout material, all right? Basically, I have two options here, okay? I can just create command, click with the Command R or Control R. I want to create this loop cut over here. I think here's pretty cool. And then I'm gonna select this face here, and I'm gonna click E to extrude, G to move this, rotate this. So if we just go back, guys, don't make the same mistake as I made sometimes, because I just forget. This just works, the clothes simulation just works in object mode, right? So as you can see now, it's working properly. So basically the final render that we have is this one. All right, guys, one thing that is really important to talk about, this part of the building cannot be judged by our eyes if this it's part of the building or not, because for me, for example, this is one building's roof, but this building is on the street. This one doesn't belongs to this building here, right? So if I just press space here and see what is going on, you know, for me it's fine. If I just move to material preview as well, click in my mesh, click in shade smooth, look at that. I can just press space, go to this option here in modifier and add a subdivision modifier, right? So as you can see, it's smoother, and then we can go to material, go to new, and then just change this color to something like brownish, I could say. I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, this one, damn, this is a nice one, isn't it? I am looking forward to, yeah, I think this color is pretty cool. Another thing, guys, I forgot doing on my shot, basically, yeah, it's working properly. One thing that I just forgot doing on my shot, but there's no problem, you can just convert this mesh into shadow catcher. Go to edit mode to delete this part here. You can just, you know, select these edges. Let me see this one.
I don't select the box, man. Yes. And this 8 guys here, press X, delete the vertices. So let me see, almost there. I can delete all of this as well, all of those as well, delete vertices, almost there. I can delete.
We already have our collision working. Just let me get to the very beginning, new object mode, and then press space again. This, we can just move G and just move it up a little bit. The one we really see it, so let's check what's going on. All right, guys, here we are in After Effects. Don't be afraid if you've never used After Effects before. It's pretty simple. You just need to click here in new composition. Just set the informations you want in your footage. In this case, we want to keep the duration in 15 seconds and the width and the weight. We won't change anything, and then we can go to OK here. And then what we can do, in this case, I'm gonna work with this footage I already have here, new modeling tutorial, this one and this one as well. I'm gonna scale this down a little bit, the same proportion. Let's see. Yeah, so now we can adjust this later on. What I can do here, I don't need to create any composition. I can just, you know, select the first footage, click with the right button, go to effects, and then bars Mocha and select Mocha AE. And then I just need to click in Mocha, and now Mocha is starting. It can take some time to, you know, complete this task, but I am pretty sure at the end it will be a good result. So I can just, you know, move this all the way to the very beginning here. And I can, you know, just start creating our mask here. In this case, just this roof. So I can just select this option here, and actually I can use one shortcut for it, just Command L. In this case, I am going to, you know, just select all of these parts here of the following the red dot. It's pretty cool here. And another one here, and I can just, you know, click with the right button using my mouse. If you see any point you want to add another tracker, you can just press I and then create a new one, just like I did right now. So Command Z, and then as you can see, I just created one keyframe at the very beginning, so I can just, you know, move the video forward a little bit, and then I can just, you know, adjust this, just another step here, and I'm gonna do it until the end, right? I'm gonna just make this edges a little bit sharper. Yeah, So I'm gonna follow this step until the end.
Adjust here. Adjust.
All right, guys. So at the very end, oh my gosh, sometimes yeah, it's crazy. I know it's crazy because you need to do it all by hand. And if you're working like for an startup or something like that, you just need to do it by yourself. I don't know, but that's it. If you just want to track it backwards, it's going to be good as well because you need to see where your tracking is working properly and where it's not. So yeah, I think this is pretty cool. What can I do? Do not get out of this page without doing it. So press Command and S to save it, right? So now just close it. Oh, no, it's here. Oh my god. What happened? All right, guys. So here, we need to go to Mate and then click in Apply Mate, right? So as you can see, we won't have a lot of problems in terms of color grading. So it's important for you to understand that here you can just add more color grading to it just in order to, make the footage similar to your mesh, right? The objects that you want to mask. So I'm gonna search for lumetri color and bring this into this footage here, and then in basic color I can just go straight to temperature and just increase this value here. As you can see, I didn't do many things and I already have one color grading. So if I just hide this mask, as you can see, it's working perfectly, guys, for real. If you want to adjust and add more color grading here, you can select both of these layers here and then click with the right button and then create and click here in pre-compose, right? So in pre-compose, you can just hit OK, don't need to write anything down there. So now the two layers basically are only one. So here, if I want to add one lumetri color and fun here with the exposure, and we won't talk so many things about color grading this video, but just so you all understand a few things you can use in order to make the shot really nice. All right, I hope you enjoyed it, and do not forget to subscribe on this channel because this is exactly what gives me motivation to keep the content up. Guys, again, invest your time. This is your project and this can be your client's project. See you in the next tutorial. Bye.